Okay. This one, I haven't done a video in a while. So I haven't had a reason to. Because I've already just gone, this is fucked, guys. I'll talk about, I was traveling, and I'm back in my hometown. And I got stuck in Ohio for a while. Alright. So I wasn't doing a video really much anymore because I was trying to get the fuck out of Ohio. But I just saw a massive, well, there's two things that I learned when I was out there. One of the major ones is Grinch Night. Everybody found that one. Now, the thing is, Grinch Night, I'd never seen it either back in the 80s. It's a Dr. Seuss cartoon, if you do not know. Apparently now, and it got Emmys back in the 70s, and that it was the precursor to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And the thing about that one is I'd never heard of it either. But the first time I ever saw it was 10 years ago, and apparently it was in nobody else's reality. So there's a lot of things that circulate around things that happened in my life personally before this all happened. And the Grinch Night, Dr. Seuss, I'd never ever seen it as a kid, but it literally came to me about 10 years ago, and I'd never seen it, and it's the first time I ever saw it. So now apparently it had Emmys, it was all over television, nobody else ever saw it but me 10 years ago, and now it's in everybody's reality, or it's in this world. Anyway, so it came to me from interdimensional beings, or from hell, or from demons, or from wherever the fuck it came from. It came from this earth, which is a very, 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 very fucked up world we live in now. But here's one that really just pissed me off, but also things happen to me every day. And one of the other things I noticed when I was in Ohio, now light bulb moon, that one was light bulb moon, light bulb sun, that one was kind of crazy. By the way, after I did my video on how the sunset's all changed. But the one that just ticked me off more than anything is, okay, I'm with one of my guys I know from where I lived in Indiana. I'm back in Indiana. I got back here like 2 days ago, and I hadn't taken a shower in almost 4 months because I'm on the streets. And I got here, and one of my dudes who has a place gave me a place to stay last night, and we flipped on Blade Runner and Stripes. There was a couple lines that I noticed that may have not been there. I liked Stripes. I used to watch that with in the other world. But this one is very personal. Very, 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 very personal. Extremely personal. I watched Blade Runner last night. I've watched it before. I watched it a couple times. Now, it wasn't one of the movies that I watched like 20 times, 30 times. Sometimes that's how I was when I'd watch movies. Sometimes I'd watch them over and over, because I enjoyed them, you know. Or to show other people. But Blade Runner, no, I did not watch that a whole hell of a lot, but I know I watched it enough. I watched it a couple times, you know. This is a 1987 tape. This isn't a DVD. This wasn't produced back in 2016. This is not a DVD, guys. This is a tape. This is a tape, a physical. I'll show you that it is a tape from 1987. right. Let's see if you can read it. It's hard to read. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. It's a tape. 1987. You can read it there. It's backwards, but it's on there. You know. This is a tape. Okay. It's tape. It's the official tape of Blade Runner, produced in 1987. All right. It was made in 87. So this tape is old. All right. This tape should have the original lines of the movie that had always been in the movie. All right. It's an impossibility that any of the lines changed. This is a tape from the 87. So it should have all the original stuff in it. There's a scene where the Sebastian, like I said, I didn't watch it enough to remember all the plot lines and everything, but I do know this. Sebastian finds I believe, the blonde replicant. So any of you who were a fan of Blade Runner would know the line way better than me. Way better than me. But I know this was not the line because it's a personal thing. It's a very personal thing to me. So the guy Sebastian, who's the creator of the little robots, that he lives in the abandoned apartments all by himself and build a building by himself. He finds the replicant, the blonde replicant, and they meet, and he brings her up. And one of the first things he says when he comes home and he opens the door is home again. Now, I don't recall him saying that. I think he said something else. He may not have, but here's the one. Here's the kicker to me. Here's the one to me that's very personal. And like I said, it's a 1987 tape, so it should have the original lines. When he opens the door and he brings the blonde replicant in, chick, he says home again, and his little robot friends, his little created robots, say home again, jiggity jig. My grandfather used to say that. Okay. My grandpa I grew up with said that line. So it's very personal to me. And it's beyond, to me, a Mandela effect. It's a very personal thing, that this is evidence that CERN is God in this world, that a machine is God and is using us at this point, and that there is nobody controlling this. That by them turning on CERN turned on all of us and eliminated all of reality and became God. So it can change anything in this world. And that one, like I said, is very personal. So, Blade Runner, if you guys know the line way better than me, just check it out, because that's a 1987 tape. But check that out. It's when he finds the girl on the street, and Sebastian, he's the creator guy, and he goes up to his apartment, which is in the abandoned building. He says home again, and then his little guys Say home again, jiggity jig. Okay, I heard it loud and clear. It was a 1987 tape. And it was there. And like I said, it's very personal. So yeah, I'm getting tired of some things that I see have happened. And that one's really, yeah. But the other thing I noticed when I was in Ohio, pay attention to the skies, guys. Pay attention to the skies. All right. The other thing, when I was in Ohio, I'd look up at the skies sometimes. I'd be out. I'd go to Starbucks, drink my coffee, and go out and stand and smoke my cigarettes. And I'd look up at the skies, and they'd be blank. Not an animal, not a bird in the sky, not, it'd be our normal sky, whatever you want to call that at this point, because our skies are really strange these days too. Like the fact I can see usually 20 or 30 stars and then I can't see anymore, and there's total void and blackness all around. That's just a little thing. But other people apparently have seen more stars than that, so that's strange for me. And the other thing is I've looked. I was in Ohio, and there were seagulls too in Ohio and Akron, which is a landlocked place, and there's seagulls everywhere, which people don't seem to be noticing that. Where the fuck are they coming from? And people might be like, oh well, they might be near some bigger bodies of water, maybe Lake Michigan or something, but I'm in Akron, Ohio, man. That's like in the middle of Ohio. There's not big bodies of water that are that near Akron, as far as I know. There were a lot of seagulls in Akron, that the area I was in. But I'd stare up at the sky sometimes during the day, and nobody notices this. And I saw other people walking around, but I'm looking up and there's nothing in the sky, guys. And then all of a sudden, birds appear. I mean, like literally, no birds, and it's blank sky, and then maybe 20 or 30 are there. But it's more systematic. I see like one or two, and then 3 or 4, and then 10, and then 15, and then 20, and they literally appear out of the sky like they were there and then gone. They were there and then they're there. They're there and they weren't there before. So that was another like side note on this Blade Runner thing. But it's the reason I quit doing videos is because I'm just, what are we going to do at this point? I talked to a lot of people on my travels. What the fuck are we going to do at this point if what is done is done? If Earth really got moved, they turned on CERN, we missed the end times, we're in another world, we're in another reality, we're in another universe, a parallel universe that's narrowing down to infinite possibilities of our doom. And people still have hope that it's beyond the Illuminati doing this or any of that shit. That this was not supposed to happen this way, and then once they turned on CERN, it changed everything, and the outcome of our world, and the outcome of reality, and the outcome of all life. And so the world's topsy-turvy, and things are taking place that may have never taken place otherwise. So, here we are. And like I said, that's why I quit doing videos after the last one that I did, because I was just like, what the fuck are we going to do at this point? I could talk more and more about all the stuff that I saw, all the people I talked to, all the conversations I had with very many different people, and all the stuff I saw from August till now, and now I'm back in my hometown. It took me a while to get out of Ohio because of the area I was, and like I said, I'm in the streets, so making money is what I got to do to get moving on, and spanging or spanging on the streets to make enough, and then leave. And I finally made enough and got my bus ticket, and here I am, back in Indiana. So that Blade Runner line, man, check it out. For any of you who liked Blade Runner, whoever saw Blade Runner, but this is an 87 tape, man. This should not be changed. It should have the original lines, but that was the one that got me, that I know for sure was changed. And it was very personal, extremely personal. This is not just a line that was changed that was just a strange change. This is an outright change. This is a major change. You know, this isn't just an outright slight change, like life is and life was like a box of chocolates, or build it and he will come, and build it and they will come. You know, it used to be build it and they will come, and now it's build it and he will come. And life was like a box of chocolates, which they did that one, and life is like a box of chocolates. Okay, this one's personal. This one's so changed that I'm like, what the hell at this point? All right, what the hell is right? Some theorize we all died and we're in hell, and some other theorize that we didn't die and we're still living, and it's just Earth is, it's gonna be okay, and all of it. But every day, little things show up, guys, and this is a major one for me because I go throughout the day, and that this one really got me. And like I said, this is a Blade Runner tape from '87. This isn't. It's a tape, guys. It's a in the progression of entertainment. It's the, you know, precursor to DVDs, and it was what we had back in the '80s when I was a kid. So check that one out if you know about Blade Runner, if you were a fan of Blade Runner, if you liked it a lot, because you'll know more than me, but I know that one for a fact. I know that one was not that line. Like I said, it's the time, I go back to it, like I said, it's the time when he finds the blonde replicant, brings her up. He's Sebastian. He's the maker of the little robots that he makes his friends, and goes to the abandoned place, and goes up and opens his door, lets her in, and says home again, and they say home again, jiggity jig. And that's very personal to me. So anyway, guys, enjoy the video. Like I said, I quit doing them because I got tired of everything that I was seeing and experiencing, and I'm just like, well, fuck it, it's happening, right? So we can't change it back. It's happening. It happens. I have tons of stories from my time of things that happen that are very strange and unusual in the physical realm, of like the bird thing, where the birds just appear out of the sky out of nowhere. Seagulls in the middle of Ohio, in Akron, Ohio. Lots of seagulls. Oh, they appeared too, not just the other birds that I saw that would appear out of the sky out of nowhere. And another unusual occurrence, when I came back to Indiana the other day, and people can write it off because they say, oh, you know, planes, you know, there's an airport in Indiana that I'm near. I'm about for like 40 minutes out from the airport. Okay, where the location in Indiana where I'm at, I'm about 40 minutes out from the airport. So sometimes you see planes go over the sky. You're gonna see planes. I get that. But are you gonna see about 20, I think it was around 20 to 21 planes come out of the same area um, within 20 minutes? That's one plane every minute over the same pathway over and over and over. It's just like unusual. Okay, it's an unusual occurrence. I understand that planes, you know, are gonna go and land because I'm near the airport. I'm like I said, about 40 minutes out from the airport. It's about a 30 to 40 minute drive from where I'm at. Okay, so yeah, I see planes in this area. It happens. Um, but not 20 to 21 planes all flying out of the same space in the sky and taking the same path 21 to 20 times in a row within a 20-minute period, every minute on the minute. Yeah, that was a little strange too. So anyway, guys, there you go. There you have it. That's why I haven't done anything for a while. It's just more information, knowledge, what's happening in this world physically, how it's changed, and circling back to Blade Runner, that one pissed me off. So watch it if you know Blade Runner, guys, but that's an 87 tape. It shouldn't have been changed, but it is, and that line is changed. It may, well, if it's not changed on anybody else's, it's changed on that one, which, yeah, that one bothered me a lot. Anyway, so I'm back where I'm from. I made it out of Ohio. I went on my little trip, and here I am. And all right, so peace all.